Welcome back to Rudy's 1/6 World for another First Thoughts video. This time we'll be taking a look at the latest offering from Infamous, aka Toys Era, and their unlicensed Korg figure from Thor Love and Thunder, which they're calling the Gravel. Now, I'm a little surprised at how quickly they got this figure out, considering that the movie just got released. This does seem a little atypical for third-party figures, as I feel like third-party companies often wait to see if the license holder will produce a figure based on the character from a movie before launching theirs. But regardless, let's jump right in and take a look at what he comes with. And he comes with his laser rifle, interchangeable hands, and nicely enough, he does come with two head sculpts, one a little more stoic and the other with a smiling expression. So overall, an okay set of accessories, although I do like the paint application on his laser rifle with the gold and metal portions. I think it's nicely done. Now, looking at his clothing, and I feel like he's ripped right out of the movie, with his gauntlets, his fur shawl, the fur lining around his legs, and the very colorful tights. So I think it looks fairly screen accurate, and overall it seems to be nicely done. I particularly like the detailing around his belt, which has the gold ram head nicely emblazoned, and it does have a nice paint application and texturing, so props for that. I do think the pants might be a little on the bright side in the figure, as I think in the movie they were actually a little bit more muted, and I also think the legs are a little skinny, with Korg having some chunkier rock legs in the movie, but overall kind of minor when the rest of the figure looks so screen accurate. The big thing here is the rock body. I think Infamous has done a good job texturing and providing that dark gray rock look. It definitely works and looks like Korg. I feel like the figure benefits from being a CG character, and Infamous seems to do well with creating more screen accurate figures based on those CG characters as opposed to pure human versions. In particular note, looking at the sculpts, I think these look pretty good. The eyes look to be nicely done, and he's got that nice rock texturing and paint application again, very similar to the body. And having both sculpts does give you some flexibility. And I think the smiling sculpt very much goes in line with Korg and who Korg is in the movies. So I think it's a really solid effort. He's also a bigger figure, standing around 15 inches tall, so just a little bit shorter than the Hot Toys Thanos figures. But he should still make a pretty nice impression. Overall, I really like this release from Infamous. I think it's nice to finally get a Korg. He was a standout for me on Ragnarok and his brief appearance in Endgame, so it's nice to have a third party step in again and fill in some of those gaps for MCU collectors. And I think Infamous did a great job capturing the character. So for me, I think this is definitely a pre-order. It's coming in at about $275, so not a cheap figure, but for what you get and the size of him, I think it's overall a good pickup. The only question mark for me is Hot Toys going to surprise us with Korg? And I don't know. I think it's a really slim possibility. If Hot Toys makes it, then I may lose out on my pre-order deposit, but this one looks too good to pass on. And if Hot Toys doesn't make him, I think this version will fit in nicely with a Thor collection. Fingers crossed some third party might also give us Meek, or maybe that's too much to ask. With San Diego Comic-Con coming up soon, I wouldn't be surprised to see more Thor figures announced, including I'm hoping for Gore, Mighty Thor, and I'm really hoping for King Valkyrie. Plus, I'm wondering if they'll have variant doors with his leather jacket. Regardless, I think the next few weeks should be exciting, as we're only 10 days away from Comic-Con, and hopefully a bunch of teases and announcements. So what do you think of Korg? Are you tempted to pick him up? Any concerns on your end? I know Toys Era and their subsidiaries can be hit or miss, but this looks pretty solid. At least I think it does. So let me know your thoughts, and if you're enjoying the content, please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll touch base on the next video.